You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Welcome to the Doug Bellcast. And now, here is your host, the star of Ring My Bell, Doug Bell. All right, so we're good, right? Am I recording? Hey, welcome to the Doug Bellcast. I don't even know how many episodes this is, but we're like, everything's so crazy, and like I'm feeling like so much like momentum from like the Bellcast and from like just the hashtagging like this crazy, and I got to start by saying like a thanks to Chippy's really been helping me with the bell charts and like using this, and like I know the internet's real expensive to use, so like I'm giving him 40% of everything, but he's saving me like all the startup costs of like paying for like a YouTube page. And like the guy has to come over from YouTube and hook it up. And Chip told me all that. So I'm just like, dude, you do it, compadre. It's just this buku problems. But I feel really good. It's I'm gonna be heading down to Miami soon. I get like a lot of people say, come on, Bell, come on down to Miami. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, yeah, no, I'll head down there, man. I haven't been down to Miami in a minute. It's been a spell since I've been down there, because I was Gloria Estefan. People always love when I talk about Gloria, because back when the R&B days, she was a fan of Ring My Bell. That's what someone told me, because a lot of times during the commercial breaks, like I would get up there and to keep the audience entertained, because a lot of times you get a technical glitch and boom, and they say, all right, Bell, we got a glitch, we got to go to lunch. It's gonna be about 2.5 hours. So I'm like, just let me trust me, give me the bell, and I'll go up there in front of the audience. And I would do this like, hey, come on, everybody, come on, everybody, let me show you the conga until you can't control yourself much longer. Like, that song, the conga. Come on, everybody, let me show you the conga. And I'll go up there and do it, like a funny routine with it. And I would be doing this. I would have the bell and like ringing it, and people would pretend they had bells. So we'd do this. Sometimes this whole thing would go 2 hours, and then come in, they go, all right, Bell, we're ready to shoot. And I'd be like, yeah, but we're not done partying. People love to party like that. I love to party hard, man. Hardy. I'm a hardy partier. So anyway, someone told me that Gloria, they were in the hotel, and they walked by and they could hear through the hotel. They thought she was watching Ring My Bell. So I'm like, guaranteed she's a fan. And a fan means like fanatic. So be careful of Gloria. So she's in this club in Miami. And she's doing a big appearance. There's a big long line, but I'm not waiting. This is between 04 and 05. I'm not waiting in a line. I can't do it. I'm going to get swamped with people and mob, So I walk up to the gatekeeper at the club, and I go, hey, I know Gloria's going to be doing something tonight. And he goes, well, we can't really talk about that. It was like a secret show, but I found out. So I said, let me just go back there and say hello. And he goes, no, he can't. I tell her it's Belle. I mean, please, she's going to go crazy when she finds out I'm here, And the guy's like, nah, I can't do it. And I start doing the conga thing for him. Let me show you the conga until you can't control yourself much longer. And I'm doing it. And it's good 15, 20 minutes goes by. I'm just like letting him boom, 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 boom. And then it was crazy, right? It's really funny. And so then there's people going in. I'm like, hey, tell Gloria Bell's here. Let her know Doug's outside. And like, because if she's watching the show, she's going to go crazy when she sees my routine. I'm like, that's what you got to do. You just walk in there and make connections and tell people, hey, this is who I am. And hey, Doug Bell, damn glad to meet you. Walk right up, boom, 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 make some connections. But I waited in the back because it was like, it was already like, I got there at like 8 o'clock, and that's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, all right, she's probably not going to come out and bring me in. Like, she might be busy, or maybe she's like throwing up or something. So I go in the back and I see the tour bus there. So I'm hanging out by a bus, and I wait a little while. I don't care. I'm just kind of getting down what I'm going to say. Hey, Gloria, Doug Bellcast, glad to meet you. Boom, boom, boom. We got buku things to talk about. Blah, blah, blah. Just kind of like the whole Miami scene. So she comes out. She's got an entourage, and I even made like a joke about it when she walked out. The guy puts his arm out. He's like, "Back, please." And I see Gloria, and I go, hey, how am I supposed? What kind of conga line is it? I said something funny. It was like something about like, hey, this might be a conga, but I can't control myself much longer. Like, I kind of, you would have went crazy. It's funny, man. And I don't think she got on the bus, but I know, like, I could see her peek out the bus window. So I'm like, I know she was probably yelling at her people, get Bell on here, get him in here. I'm ringing the bell. But finally, again, they probably like were nervous that I was gonna like just keep her up all night telling jokes and like laughing and stuff. So they said like, no, she's not feeling too well. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like, let me come on the bus. I'll talk to her. I'll cheer her up, because celebrities like, Gloria was cool, though, believe me. I seen her again. I was in LA, this big, big foo party, hello. And Gloria was there. So I walk right up to her because you know me, I don't, and again, I wasn't exactly as sober as a judge, tip back via vodka Coke and walk over there. And I go, hey, babe, I'm Doug Bell. It's good to see you again. And she goes, so funny. She goes, where we see each other? And I go, where we see each other? I go, do that conga. I start doing my dance routine, and she doesn't seem to know. So I go, in Miami. I said hello to you in Miami. This is like 4 years later. I said hello to you in Miami. You're walking out. I went, yo, and you looked over out the window at me, and she seemed to remember. Like, she's like, oh yeah. But I don't want to get like too political about it because I figure like then her people are gonna get fired for not telling. Hey, that's really Bell, but it's just crazy, right? It's like funny, like So I should, if you see her, tell her hello, because celebrities get so like weird about talking about like and I'm an open book, and I like I'm in Bill Bob Thornton. Like, I like Bill Bob. He's good. He's good people, But I seen him it was like this nightclub. It was out in Vegas, this nightclub. It's back when he was with Angie Jolie. He's with Angie. I go out there. I'm in this club. I get in. I'm dancing. Again, I'm by myself. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. I don't care. People are looking. That's Bell. That's Bell. I get the bell in case they don't know. And I see in the corner there's like this velvet rope, and I'm like, what is the velvet? What's the fucking rope for? Like, I walk right up to the guy. I'm like, what is the fucking rope for? And I'm like, we're all just. I said, what is the fucking rope too? Blah, blah, blah. So he goes, sorry. But then I see Bill Bob in the back. And so I go, but I think on my feet. I'm like, hey man, tell Bill I'm here. He goes, well, do you know him? And I go, come on, man. Do I go, yeah. And I'm not kidding. Again, I probably wouldn't do this if I hadn't been drinking. But I go, yeah, I'm his cousin. I got some family news. I got to get back there to him. And the guy goes, what's your name? I go, just tell him it's his cousin, his family stuff to talk about. Guy comes back, and he feels like, oh boy, I should have known. Walks me back. All right, boom, coming back. So I go back there, and it's Bill. Bill Bob and this girl, but it's not Angie Jolie. So I walk in there. It's just the two of them. I guess they were canoodling. I even it was so funny. I walked in there and I'm like, canoodling alert. I don't think he heard it though, but it was funny. Like he would have cracked up if he would have heard it. But he looks, and so I just sit down. Like I plop right. I mean, because that's how you got to do it. Like no, no sugar. You don't sprinkle sugar on it. You just boom, sit right down and go. I didn't know who the girl was, so I keep asking him, how's Angie Jolie? Like she's so cool. And he was sitting close to the girl, so I'm like, you gotta leave a little. I was funny. I go, yo, Bill Bob, you gotta leave a little room for the Holy Ghost. I said something about the Holy Ghost, and I look at her like, hey, why don't you save some of the girls for me, buddy? It was funny, man. And she kind of looked like she didn't know it, because she's probably like, cripes, it's Bell, and now I got Bill, and I got Bell. But I even said to him, I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to take Angie Jolie. But I was asking him about, he didn't seem to want to talk about it. But I'm like, dude, you got such a cool situation. I'm like, you still wear that thing with the blood? And I told him, because he would wear a necklace with Angie's blood. I did some like vampire joke. It was really funny. I was said something like it to the girl. I'm like, he wears Angie Jolie's blood, so I'm like, be careful. There might be like a vampire convention. Like I forget what I said, but she was like, wow, what? So I go. I told him this really cool story about as a kid. Like I didn't wear anybody's blood, but when I was a kid, we had this group of friends, and so we did like we became like blood brothers. And we all cut our hands. And I told the girl this. I'm like, we all cut our hands, and we just touched, and we said we're brothers forever. And I even told the girl like that was before AIDS. Like I said that to her. I'm like, AIDS now is so scary. You gotta be careful. No unprotected sex, and I'm like, Bill don't have to worry because he's with Angie. But I'm like, you're single. I tried getting her number, but I think she was embarrassed. Like, Bill might get like they were probably like related or something. I think it was this really weird club. They're drinking champagne. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, security comes back. They're like, you gotta go, sir. And I'm like, he don't want me to leave, But he kind of like looked at his phone, and I'm like, he doesn't even hear what's going on. Like he didn't even know they were asking me to leave. So, I start ringing the bell. I'm like, Bill, what's going on here, man? And I asked the girl, uh, I'd be a liar if I said that I didn't just start crying. I just start fucking crying right there because I'm like, this is bullshit. This is, like I'm like, I don't think I'm any better than people. I said that to her. I'm like, like I got had a show. So I had a show on the CW, and then her eyes kind of light up. And I could see that she was like, you see, like you thought he was the only celebrity, but that kind of like I think that changed the way she saw the situation. And then Bill was like, oh shit, like I don't need a TV guy mad at me. But the whole blood thing was crazy. But me and my friends did it. And I remember I told Bill and the girl at the store, I forgot her name, but I was like, it was like a blood pact. And it was so cool. We were in a fort. We were doing it. We lit candles. We told ghost stories, and it was a cool, like I love ghost stories. I even said that to Bill. I'm like, dude, you ought to do like a horror series of like ghost stories, you know? And, he didn't say a whole lot. Like, I think he was just kind of like soaking it in. And he realized that like I'm in the business and I probably had some ideas, but I hope he didn't steal my ideas because I had a card. I was like, take that for yourself and put it in his pocket. I'm like, here you go, because security comes in, blah, 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 and they're probably afraid that I'm going to drink them at a house and home. So I take the card, right in his pocket. All right, you let me know. It was cool. Like, I mean, Hollywood, I'm just blowing the lid off Hollywood, man. I don't fucking, me, I don't give a shit about consequences. What are they gonna do to Bell? Like they've already said to Bell, like you got to go make it on your own, Dougie boy. And I'm going, I mean, obviously the hashtags help and all that stuff, and this whole like resurgence. But people, it's funny, man. I got like a letter, and someone's like, "What about Nicholson?" I go, here, Johnny. uh, I Jackie Nicholson, man, a big Laker fan. So I seen him one time at the Laker game, and I seen him, and I go like, ooh, like, it's so funny, man. He's walking down the thing to get his seat, and I was like, I did that. Like I had never been to a ball game before, so I'm like, I didn't know he was like, I just knew he was there, and I was like, "Who you got tonight?" And he didn't hear it. Like he just kind of looked at me. Like I think he was like, "Oh shit, that's." I don't know if he knew, but I think he looked like he like knew. And a lot of times, like when like entertainers see each other, everybody plays it cool because they don't want it to get like all of a sudden there's like all this hoopla, blah blah blah. So he's down there on the court, and I mean I was sitting, but I kind of snuck down there, and I started to make my way over to him, and I'm like, well, what do you, if you were any closer, Jackie, you'd be I said you'd be I didn't say it right because I'm not that fan of basketball. I said something like you'd be tending the net, yeah, you'd be tending net. I said to him, be tending net if you were any closer. He looks over at me, but he knew, and then I go, because he wasn't in a good mood. I think by that point there was like a playoff game or something. They were losing by 17 or whatever. Somebody told me later. I was too busy like just taking pictures of people, joking, So I go to him. I go. This this game needs an end. Because I did. Like so many of you see me back in them days, man. I did like a spot on Jackie Nicholson. Like it was like douche. And I go, this game needs an enema. And I look around and some, everybody knew that. It sounded like him and stuff like that. But it was so cool. And I was like, dude, you're such a fucking good actor. And he seemed to be like really annoyed at the game. So I was trying to take his mind off it. Like, you know what I mean? I go, dude, it's just a game. I said that to him. I'm like, dude, they believe me, they're all cajillionaires. I go, they're all cajillionaire. I go, it's a game, dude. Let's come on, man. Like we're actors. Let's talk shop. I remember I said that to him too, man. I'm not, again, I had a couple brewskis, and I was feeling no pain. And I said that to him. I go, let's talk shop, because like the game is, forget the game, man. It's, they were losing. It was like the fifth game, and it was only 5. So I'm like, dude, it's the last one anyway. Like it's just a game. I kept saying that to him. It's just a game. And he would look over at me so mad. But he was mad. He was mad at the ball club. But I think when I said to him, if you were any closer, you'd be tending net. Like it was so funny. Like he knew what I meant by tending net. I didn't know. I was thinking like of a. But he was cool, man, Jackie. Like if I see him again, I would remind him that he'd probably go crazy and get a kick out of it. But the bell, security took the bell. I was ringing it like nonstop. Like every time the other team scored, I would just do like, you know what I mean? I would do that. I was just trying to make him laugh. You know what I mean? I figured like he needs, like when the team's losing like that, he's got to have a laugh, But yeah, it's a game, Jackie, This game could use an enema. It was so funny, dude. I don't know if I did any of his other. I messed up because he was walking by me, and I go, "Hey, Jack," I wanted to shake his hand, but he just, I think he didn't see it. Like he was probably talking to his friend. It was distracting him on purpose. And I messed up. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse." I was a little drunk, so I messed up the movie. I was gonna say it like. I was thinking of Jimmy Kahn. I'm gonna make him an offer. I said something like that, and his friend looked at a smile. He got, he knew what I was trying to do, but Jack was just like whatever. But that's it, man. It's crazy, right? Like again, Anybody who knows people at Netflix, just tell them like Bell's got stories, man, for days. They got buku stories. I'll just sit there. How funny would it be if you get Jackie Nicholson and he sits there and I tell him the story? He's gonna go fucking crazy. He's gonna laugh and go like, "Holy shit," you know. Sorry, man. My head's a little sweaty. My hands sweat a lot. But this was really cool, man. So thanks for all the online support. Thank you so much for the support, and fly wild and stay gold. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell.